cut a little bit faster.
Yeah. Oh, she cinematic, man. Tap in, man. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, she cinematic, man.
Started right there. Bigger. What's going on, y'all? This is a vlog I shot on Saturday. This is my first time doing like a group meetup type shit. Y'all know I'm usually vlogging by myself a lot, but I'm gonna get into doing these with my people and shit. So right now I'm just going through cutting out the best parts to make like a intro. That's what I'm working on, just so y'all have some type of context of what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm just getting like the highlights from the entire vlog to play at the beginning, and then we're gonna go into, you know, storytelling after that. But yeah, I want to show like the personalities from each person. We're gonna cut that out. But yeah, feel free to ask any questions. Y'all know in this chat I don't gatekeep and all that shit. So also, if y'all wonder what color grade I'm using my presets. What's going on, Celeste? Good morning. How you doing? Speaking of Celeste, this is Celeste right here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all tap in with Celeste Cinematic. I think that need to be the scene right before the vlog starts and we go into the title. I'm trying to think what I want to name this though. Cause I want to turn this into a vlog series, but what I'm gonna do as well, I'm gonna start probably I don't know if I should tell y'all that, cause that might take away from it, but I want to make this shit like a show in a sense, but I want it to be reality, like not really acting or any of that. Yeah, it'd be like dialogue, cut scenes, all of that type of shit. We can go with this one. I think this one was Celeste, man. Let me move this back. Oh yeah, for sure it's vlog. My LUTs work with any camera pretty much too. If your footage look washed out like this, my LUTs work for it. I even peeped that it worked for the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 as well. The LUT that I'm using, just to let y'all know, let's see, we're gonna go, and for all y'all to be wondering how many nodes I use, I only use one. Y'all see, this is just the LUT by itself with no color correction. Like, that's crazy. This the late night vibes. Look, I'm gonna turn this shit off, and look, that's it. That's crazy. That's the first time I ever seen the LUT just, you know, be used, and you don't gotta tweak it or nothing on the scene. On this one, it's a little dark, so I'm just lift the shadows up, lift the highlights a little bit. Yeah, I feel like that's cool. For my shot, I need to lift it up. We're gonna go to this one. I don't really like that one. Where this shit was at. I'm gonna cut that out. So I want to make like a 15-second intro that's very like high energy. Also the music is in the works. I don't know. I know I want something soulful. That's my aesthetic. I don't like the typical like rap music and all that shit for my vlogs. So I'm gonna put everybody's name on the screen. I should do like that old school effect where they kind of freeze the frame. Nah, I never tried the Tamron 17 to 28. All lenses are good though. I ain't gonna be that person to tell you like, bro, you need a certain lens. Man, I'm gonna prove that to y'all today probably. I'm gonna shoot with the with my kit lens. If y'all wonder what camera I use on TikTok, I'm gonna leave this shit right here for y'all to look at, cause I know somebody's gonna ask. And yeah, what's going on, Davy, however you say it. X's, what's going on, Space. I'm also live on TikTok, so if y'all wondering where these questions coming from that I'm answering on YouTube, that's who I'm talking to as well. If y'all on TikTok, I'm also live on YouTube. You know, I should go live on my Instagram for a little bit as well. Any lens work if you know how to work it, for sure. So I'm going kit lens today on goddamn. You know what I'm saying? I'm going full kit lens. My setup is very simple. All I got is a cage, a handle, the Comica VM40 mic, which is amazing. You can turn up the decibels really good on it. I like how the mic is set up. The quality is amazing. I use a V-mount battery. Like, I'm gonna turn it to the side. I'm gonna give y'all the full setup real quick, just so y'all know what my camera system look like. But this is all I got, bro. My camera is actually like working against me at this point because my HDMI went out. And man, if y'all don't understand how important it is to have a working HDMI port on your camera, start vlogging yourself and you'll realize the importance in that. But I'm not able to see myself when I walk away from my camera no more, so that's why I haven't really been pushing out as many vlogs as I used to. It's been broke for like, I ain't gonna lie, for a long time, probably about seven months, maybe. But when I sent this shit in, I want y'all to tell me how much y'all think they try to charge me just to fix the HDMI port. That shit mind blew me, bro. I said, man, I might as well just buy a new camera.
Here's that.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. But anyway, them folks told me $897 to fix my fucking HDMI port. On this camera, keep in mind, the body on this camera alone, if I just take all this shit off and just buy the camera by itself, it's $1,500 brand new. So you tell me to fix the HDMI on the camera I had for almost 3 years now, I'm gonna pay $900 to get that fixed. Man, I said send my shit back, bro. And what killed me was that's not the price they quoted me. Like, they told me it would only be like $400, which I feel like that was a stretch too, just for an HDMI port. Like, nothing else is wrong with the camera besides that. So to tell me $900, man, y'all just trying to get over, bro. And what I hate about that is I feel like people who fix cameras, they are equivalent to mechanics. They know that we don't know how to do this shit ourselves, and you know they got the authorized parts and all this bullshit. So they can really hit you with whatever price, and you're gonna have to pay it if you want it done. And I don't really fuck with that. Like, but unfortunately, that's how it works. So I'm telling y'all now, if y'all camera ever break something on that level, just work on buying another one, bro. And just have two. Let me see how I feel about this scene. That shot is pointless. I don't really feel like that adds to nothing. My Metabones speed booster infinity focus does not work. Do you know it might be the issue? Have you ever dropped it? Sometimes when we drop our equipment, we actually damage it. I had a few lenses that wouldn't focus no more after dropping it one time. Cause a lot of this shit be plastic, bro. So It could be that. It could also be and I'm trying to think. You say your infinity boost though. I buy it at Best Buy and pay for yearly insurance. I might need to try that. How does that go though? So when you pay for the yearly insurance, you just get to swap it out. Like how does that go? Because if so, I definitely would take that route next time. You know.
I show everything.
But I bought this shit like from B&H. That shot pointless. So I'm gonna give y'all the heads up on my vlog style. What I do is, oh, let me answer y'all questions. You said with SD card, I use Pro Grade. Now these memory cards are expensive as hell. You know what I'm saying? This is what I use. This the Pro Grade 256 gigs, and it's crazy because these motherfuckers is $250. So I'm down there paying $1 per gig, and I got 2 of them. So yeah, I caught a deal. It was like 3 something. I don't know. I paid a lot for these goddamn memory cards though, and that's another thing too. This camera shoots 6K quality, so depending on how you shoot, you can run through them pretty quick. But yeah, them shits are expensive, bro. I do have LUTs. My LUTs are available on my website. Y'all know me. I don't be wanting to spam y'all with this, but y'all asked, so I'm gonna show y'all. Let me move this camera out the way. This shit distracting me. But yeah, this is my website. If y'all click the link in my bio, y'all can go ahead and purchase these LUTs that I'm using right now. The exact one that I'm using is from, let me be all the way transparent. This how my LUTs work. You know what I'm saying? It's the before and after. This actually is on the link tree too. When y'all go look at it, my LUTs are, this video is displaying in the back of it, so y'all can preview what it look like before y'all buy it. But anyway, let's go to the color tab. I'm using the PC Glory LUT. The PC stand for Prime Cinematics. That's my company. But anyway, that's in this LUT pack right here, the PrimeAtl one. This is the one I would recommend if you shoot with, you know, this works with all cameras pretty much. The other one that I'm using for this vlog is, I think is the nighttime LUT. Yeah, this one. No, this Night Life. Where is that at? Hold on. It's on this one right here. Oh, it's a late night. So it's basically the same. It's the nightlife. I think I duplicated it, and this is in my my DaVinci Resolve. So this is when I was making them, but I'm gonna reset it and go to the nightlife one and show y'all it's the same shit. See what I'm saying? Yeah, so the nightlife one gives you that darker tone. I got the PrimeAtl in there. That's one of my favorite. Golden Glow works good for like golden hour. The Glory LUT, I made this one because it looks good for like music videos and stuff too. Yeah, they V90 cards. That's why they're expensive as hell. But yeah, this is what I use for my color grading, bro. I only use one node, so none of y'all can be like, oh yeah, bro, you doing some crazy power grade. No, I use my preset, and as y'all can see right here, the only thing I added was the LUT by itself. So that's how y'all know this shit really worked. I'm gonna turn this back on. See what I'm saying? And keep in mind on TikTok, this shit look way darker than what it is, or over like exposed or whatever. But if y'all are curious to what my final colors look like, go to my TikTok and come right back. Just or my YouTube, anywhere. Y'all see what the colors really gonna look like at the end. But what's going on, my boy Marcus, man? Y'all make sure y'all tap in with him too. He a great cinematographer. His work go absolutely crazy. And y'all know me, if I say it's definitely the truth. I ain't gonna vouch for bullshit, but yeah, y'all check him out too. He be doing a lot of short films and stuff. I need to actually learn some lighting from him. I don't really use lighting too much. I be doing all my shit natural, but yeah, I need to get more into that cinematography side with the lighting for sure. But yeah, y'all check him out though. He said, what focal length do you prefer vlogging with? I'll say 50 millimeters for everything pretty much, because that's what this is. And it just gives that real life perspective to me, and it also gives a nice separation and depth of field. It's like right in that middle to me. I do love the 35 as well, but I'm not really like one of those people that need ultra wide angles all the time. I feel like that shit get over like stimulating. Like just seeing shots always like, where you can see so much in the frame. I don't really like that. I like to eliminate as much as possible and just focus on detail. And that's why I get the best composition every time. See, like this, most of y'all would have did like a goddamn 16 millimeter or 18 for this because y'all, I don't know. Some people are just weird like that. They just want to see everything in one consistent like look. I'm not like that. So that's why when y'all ask me what's my favorite lens, I don't really have a such thing as that. I change based on what I'm trying to, create. You feel me? But yeah. We're saying so here, just apply the LUTs and that's it for some clips. Now, the reason why this works for me personally, because I made them myself, so I know how to expose properly for my LUTs. So I'm gonna be transparent. Like, if you don't know how to expose properly, this shit not gonna work exactly like how it is for me, because I have literally mastered this. Like, I know how to film in natural lighting, so it's gonna be way easier for me to just get it to double click it and it works right away. But if it is on some shit where, and I'm gonna kind of mess it up on purpose, or I'm gonna find a clip that is too dark, all you gotta do is just color correct it. So usually my real process is I have to add my LUT and it's never perfect the first time. So it'll be like this, right? And this might look great to y'all, right? But I like to, tweak just what needs to be tweaked in a sense. So if something is too dark, I like to lift that up. Sometimes I might want to make something a little bit more darker. So in this situation, I don't think the shadows ruin the shot. I actually want more of it in there. And I'm just going to lift the highlights. I never touch saturation with my LUTs because it's already built in. There's no reason to unless you are one of those super vibrant type people. But too much color take away like the emotion for certain aesthetics. If y'all perceive it that way, color adds more life or it can either take the life out of it. So for me, I like to be right in the middle. I don't want this shit to be too colorful because it looks too animated. I want to give off real life just with a cinematic touch. That's my aesthetic. You feel me? But yeah, man, that's how I use my LUTs. I double click and then I just do simple color correction. So y'all can see right here, I only did 2 steps. All of this shit right here, after they say primary balance, it's just saying all the things that I tweet, but that's literally just it. I did 2 steps and that took 15 seconds. And then this shit ready to go on YouTube, any platform, and the colors are gonna be very accurate. It's gonna really pop. And yeah, I will say my personal LUTs just look different from other people because I have a different eye and approach for color. So when y'all get the LUTs or whatever, I want y'all to let me know personally what y'all feel. But everybody who has used them really love them so far. And I am planning on making some new ones pretty soon. But yeah, and that's all I'll be doing, bro. Right here, y'all can see I'm adjusting the temperature. I'm just getting whatever I need to. I'm just changing whatever I want to give off a certain aesthetic. And that's how you want to approach this shit. How you copy and paste the LUTs? What you mean by that? Oh, you saying like to another grade? So you hit Command C on the clip that has the color grade. Let me go to one that got the color I like. We're gonna do Command C, right? If I want to color grade all of these clips after with the same exact look, all I do is have this one clip highlighted that I'm gonna steal the color grade from. And I'm gonna say steal because most of y'all steal people's color grading anyway. And then we're gonna hold shift and then we're gonna left click. And you see I just highlighted all of these clips, right? Now all I gotta do is hit Command V and it's gonna color grade all of the ones that I highlighted with the same colors. And that's how I like run through my vlogs very quick. I don't gotta, individually color grade them, but I do individually color correct each one. You feel what I'm saying? So now that I just added this, it's not as good as this one. Like this one looks underexposed. This one looks overexposed. So all I got to do now is tweak that. So I'm going to pull down my highlights. I don't really pull my contrast down. This is funny to me doing this now because I remember back in the days when I used to watch YouTube and shit. People used to always take the contrast down and give it that kind of like faded look. To me, that shit makes no sense now. It really it takes out the dynamic range. Yeah, you get to see more, but it looked like log footage with saturation and that's it. That shit looked kind of weird to me. I just think this was like a real cinematic look, but to be honest, cinematic is subjective. It's no fucking such thing as that. The only reason why I spam y'all with this cinematic title because simple-minded people click on it because they don't really understand what that shit mean. And yeah, it's a great way. It's a great keyword to get people to tap in. I'm gonna just say that. But it's technically, yeah, it's too subjective. It's whatever you think it is. Cause your eye might think this shit is not cinematic, and then how do I argue with that? You feel me? So, but yeah, let me go back to y'all questions though. DaVinci is the greatest. I switched from a Premiere and never looked back for sure. That's what's up. So, something else that I want to start doing on my YouTube channel as well. I hope that y'all are tapped in over there. I also have a Patreon now. The link is in the bio for that. I'm gonna start posting all of my BTS and some of my like informative videos on there first, and then these other platforms gonna get them like a week later. So what I'm doing, the reason why I'm starting to do this now is because I want to really focus on the people that's here to learn more than the ones who just getting inspiration or not really tapping in, you know, because I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. For me to have videos that on TikTok that almost hit 1 million and shit, my shit's still at like 30K followers, which is great. I feel like, you know, I don't want to fall victim to that, give y'all all my information and knowledge and shit, and then you not really supporting shit for real. I'm not one of those people. Like, I'm gonna do this shit regardless of people watching or not. So I'm not trying to sell myself short for views and shit. Like, I don't want to just, this shit way too valuable to just be given, and I charge people for this shit I'm telling y'all right now. So if y'all don't know, I do one-on-one coaching as well. I really sit with y'all and we can work on projects together, whatever, in an hour frame. And yeah, y'all get to ask me any questions. So what I'm doing with y'all right now is what I usually charge for. You know what I'm saying? Just so y'all know. But yeah, it'd be people that ask me about color grading. Sometimes they'll give me their footage. I'll sit with them and, you know, understand what they doing right or wrong, because, you know, it's two sides of everything, right? But you gotta be careful with that too, because it's no such thing as really right and wrong to your form of expression. It's just a preference for certain people. So for me, a lot of y'all like overexposed look. I hate it. See what I'm saying? But that doesn't make it wrong, but it also doesn't look right to me. So I think when you start to get into that bag, like, you understand there's really no right or wrong to what you're doing, your confidence starts there, and then after that you start to expand and start trying new shit, because now you understand, like, okay, I technically ain't doing nothing wrong, but it can always be better. I feel like when you have that mindset with this shit, it becomes second nature. So for me, I don't plan none of my content. Just so y'all know, I just be going out vlogging. And honestly, now that I'm looking at this vlog was mostly shot by Celeste, a person who literally is, you know, kind of new to cinematography or whatever. And she filmed most of this. I just gave her my camera, but she watches my YouTube channel. And yeah, I just realized that, like, most of these shots y'all see me in, I was not holding the camera, of course. And there's movement. She filmed it. And this is a person that, you know, is new to this, but you can't even tell. But yeah, so let's just drop the Patreon in the chat on YouTube. Y'all can click that. It is $25 a month to get access to, like, all the behind the scenes to everything I'm doing now. And like I said, that's where I'm gonna be posting majority of the time. I don't really care to drop on these, like, platforms, because I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna just speak on this because I know a lot of y'all think that in social media is so much money that you gonna make directly from these platforms. That's not fucking true. You can, but you have to literally damn near go viral for each video you post. And for TikTok, they damn near pay you less than a penny for your views. Let me just put it like that. So that shit be smoke and mirrors. I want y'all to truly understand the realistic side of this. This shit does not pay off right away unless you just luck up and get some shit to go viral as soon as you start posting. But even then, you know, it gets kind of challenging to keep that wave going. So what I would rather do is build subscribers and, you know, have y'all tapped in. If you are truly trying to see how I do stuff, you'll be forced to, like, only be able to see that on a certain platform. So regardless of the views or not, it's about the people that's, you know, that's more serious about investing in themselves. Those will be the only ones that get to watch the content, and I'm not missing out on anything, because shit, I feel like at that point I could have a small community of people that's, you know, on my Patreon, and I make way more than I do on these free platforms and shit anyway. You feel what I'm saying? So that's just kind of where I'm at with it. What's going on? But yeah, let me see. You say after I drop, I'm gonna go back up and read some of y'all comments. I'm on 2 platforms right now. All right, he said, what's the best effects? I don't do effects. I'm not the right guy. He said, oh, he said, thanks, bro. I'm going for the natural bright look. He said, after I dropped, I opened the speed booster. I twisted the ring. Okay. Well, that's good. All right, let me see what else we said over here. Yeah, I tapped in, seen the YouTube teachings and new videos, plugs. Yeah. Okay, cool. But yeah, um, this vlog right here, it's I won't even call this a full day. This definitely don't give that. But we're gonna do another meetup this Saturday, and I think it'll be interesting to add some dialogue instead of just the natural vlog stuff I be doing all the time. I want to kind of start introducing something new. But this lens right here is what's the name? Matter of fact, let me see if y'all can guess what lens this is. What focal length y'all think I'm using? Can you work with red 8K camera? I honestly never used a red before, but I'm pretty sure I could. I learned hella quick, but yeah, I never used a red before, to be all the way honest. And to be honest, I ain't gonna say they overhyped, but nowadays these consumer level cameras be just as good as those shits. Like I truly feel like I can shoot a whole film with this camera that I got, and then you wouldn't even be able to tell the difference if I was to compare it to something like that. Cause this shit right here is just me running and gunning, freestyling, no thought process, just literally guerrilla style filming. Like, so I can imagine with some, something that's very intentional, what I would do. This scene right here looks very blue, but I mean very yellow. I honestly would like to see how footage would look with me using the red. For everybody that has filmed with the red camera, do y'all feel like it's way better? I mean, that's kind of a crazy ass question, but in a sense, do y'all feel like it's worth paying all those? I'm talking about 50 to 60,000. Do y'all feel like it's that much better than like a FS3 that's only 4K or like a S5 II that's only 2,000 at the most? Do y'all really feel like the quality is that much better to pay that much? Now, I will say on the business side, it's smart to buy a red because once you have that, it's kind of like the Lamborghini. It's like the fucking Bugatti of cameras. Once you have that, people will pay top dollar just because you got a certain camera. But I don't know. I was always kind of weird with that. Like, I don't want to buy some shit hella expensive just because I feel like people are going to overly book me now. Because shit, if people could barely, I ain't going to say that if they could barely, but shit, people act like I'm taxing now for what I'm doing. I could imagine if I had a red. You feel me? So, let me go to. I'm gonna do the last select. No. Yeah. I know someone who uses a A7S II. And when they read the red, they said they couldn't tell. Now, I will say that some people I have seen with those expensive cameras, they should be garbage. It is because they still don't understand the basics. What they do is they just probably started getting into cinematography or never really took time to truly learn the shit. And then they just, what they do, they just, you can tell they just start recording with it and just expect it to do some magic. But you still got to know how to do lighting. And you gotta be very intentional with those cameras. It's not just a run and gun type thing. You gotta really know what the hell you're doing. And I think people be relying on the name of the brand and think that, oh yeah, I shot this with a red. Sometimes I be just laughing in my head when people be showing me their stuff, cause they'll try to be like, yeah, bro, I be shit. I be seeing you with the vlogs, but yeah, I be shooting with the red, bro. Look what I be doing, and I'm just like, this shit horrible. Like, if I was to put my work side by yours, they would literally pick me over you any day. And you had to rent that, which is even crazier, for shit probably about $400 to $800 to just to rent that shit, and then you don't even know what you're doing with it for real. I'd just rather not. I always been the person, I don't believe in renting equipment. I'm gonna save up and buy this shit because I know I'm gonna use it. I've never been that guy. So I think to rent a red and then don't know what you're doing with it is really insane work. For sure. Yeah. And like I said, as far as the cinematography shit, I don't even know if I really would consider myself that in a sense. But let me not downplay it. I would say I am, but when it comes to lighting scenes and stuff, I'm still working on that. But there's different types of cinematography, I guess. I'm like, I have mastered the art of like natural lighting though. I don't really think a lot of people see me with that. But when it comes to setting up lights and doing all of that, yeah, I got a lot of work to do. I'm coloring on DaVinci Resolve. I'm using my presets. Um, Now let me ask y'all, what type of music do y'all see with this? It's let me see. We got this shot. I was wondering when the hell this got recorded. This when they made us pay to vlog out there, which is actually pretty. It's not a bad deal at all either. That shit, truly. Yeah, I edit on DaVinci. Sometimes I be using CapCut, but when I got like over 100 something plus clips, I like to use DaVinci Resolve. It's very easy to copy and paste my colors and all of that. I cannot stand Premiere Pro. That's just me personally. Don't ask me why. I don't know. It's just one of those things I can never get into. And that shit used to crash a lot. When I did try it, I said, man, I don't see how the hell people rave about this so much. And at the time, it was like ahead of its time with effects and all of that shit. But I just could never get into it. And yeah, that's one thing about me too. I'm not really the hype beast type guy. I don't give a fuck what's popular or what's the best that everybody else is talking about. I naturally go for what works best for me, and that's why my content be a certain way. That goes as far as lenses, color grade, all of that shit. Like I'm literally not doing what's in. I'm doing what's gonna work for me, and yeah, that's why a lot of time I don't be knowing how to answer some of these questions as far as like, what's your favorite lens and shit. I don't have a such thing as that, bro. It's a tool. It's kind of like building something. If you need a hammer for something, you don't use a screwdriver. Like it's just that type of shit. Like I see a lens as a tool, not necessarily like what's the best quality one and shit like that. That's when I first started. Your playback so trash. Oh yeah, that shit do be horrible. You gotta convert it into proxies and all of that. I need to make this a clip at the beginning too. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just color grading. I'm going through each shot, just kind of seeing what I want to use. Like I said, for the intro when it starts. I kind of don't even know if I want to do that, but I'm trying something different. The background music, I be using Splice and Epidemic Sound. Most of the time I be making the beats and shit myself. Well, lately I've been making all of the beats for my vlogs and all of that. But yeah, that's what a lot of y'all don't know. I be producing my beats and shit too. I be sampling and then build beats around it. I used to always be against sampling, but shit, it'd be hard to find those old school sound and all of that from the 70s and all of that shit. That's really my era. I realize I'm an old soul for real. Alright, let me see. I don't know if y'all the same way with this, but honestly, editing with music distracts me. Like I really would turn this shit off, but I think it'll be hella boring to y'all to just watch me edit this with no sound, just hear me talking. But this shit is very distracting. I usually add music last because I don't want to force myself to edit to the beat, and that's kind of what you naturally do when you hear music. So yeah, I'm about to turn this shit off. I can't even worry about if it bothers y'all or not because it's bothering me. and I'm the one actually editing this shit. But it's like I don't know what sound I want to use yet, so just having some shit playing that's not the final like sound, it's gonna throw it off to me. I got beat sampling straight vinyl for you. And see, I ain't gonna lie, the reason why I started making my own beats, I don't trust people with the copyright shit. Like I really do not have time for that. Like people be offering me beats all the time, but I'm like shit, so I know how to make them myself. I would just rather be safe and make it where I know this shit ain't gonna get me no strikes. Cause I'll be damn I get a video that goes up and then randomly get striked and then all the revenue go to the person who made the beat. That's what people be doing. So you gotta be careful with that shit. Yeah, I be careful as hell with that. And most people will be snatching shit off YouTube just cause that shit say free beats. That shit is not free, bro. I promise you, once that shit go up, they can change the rights to that shit at any point, and your ass will be sharing your revenue with them. You feel me? Like I said, making your own beats, changing the pitch of certain songs and shit like that, slowing it down, speeding it up. All of that shit is how you avoid copyright strikes, and then you can run it through CapCut to when you done with your video and you find the music or whatever, drag the video into CapCut and then you do that audio thing that you do the audio. How can you say it? You go over to audio and then it says copyright. It has a tab for it. When you run it through this and you hit check, it's gonna literally tell you if it's gonna have any strikes because it's gonna identify whose sound it is. If it can't identify it, then you good. So that's what I do every time. What's going on, Kim? But yeah, I was working on. Let me see where that one beat at. I like this beat too, but it definitely don't fit the aesthetic. But this is like some shit I be liking to just listen to on repeat. I'm gonna turn this shit down. See, like this, I changed the pitch. So even with this is the normal pitch. That don't fit the vibe of this though. I brought a power grade. What did you say? And the guy uses a Sony camera, and when I use it, the colors are weird. Yeah, it don't fit, but I'm just showing y'all how I be with the beat. So I just changed the pitch. And y'all see the pitch changes the vibe completely. Like going from, this gives more sad. And you want to make sure you understand what emotion you're trying to create before you even just throw the music on there. Now, this might feel like it don't fit, but watch how this fits for some reason. To me, it gives like a flashback. I feel like it's a person that's reminiscing. Why is this shit lagging all the time? The beat that I made recently that I really like, where that shit at? All right, we're gonna turn it off. But yeah, I'm just showing y'all, the possibilities with changing the pitch, all of that. That's all that really was for. As far as the music, that shit, I'm still trying to decide on that. Let me see. Yeah, we gotta find a clip with Celeste. All right, we're gonna cut right there. All right. I'm trying to think if I should make this vlog longer or what. Let me go to Splice. Let me go. What's this? It said can it be because it uses Mac and I'm on Windows. Let me see what you're talking about. I don't think they got nothing to do with it. You know, sometimes these people, like, you have to understand, if you don't have the same exact workflow as some of those people, that shit not gonna be the same. That's why you gotta still know how to tweak them. I can literally say that. Um, I think this more like it with the sound effects, like the city and shit. Just real quick when it start out, I might use this for the intro. It feels innocent. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make this real, like probably like 30 seconds for an intro. What's up? I'm gonna make this like a 30-second intro maybe, and then push them to the YouTube channel to watch the full vlog. So instead of trying to like edit the full vlog right now, I'm just gonna work on that, and then go back and, you know, chop down the full project. So let me do this too. I don't know if y'all are aware of this in DaVinci Resolve, but you could do stack timelines. This is a smooth workflow. If I want to duplicate this project, all I do is right click. Where is that? I hit duplicate timeline, and now it just duplicated this project. And say if I want to just delete all of this stuff, right? I want to delete all of this out the way. I now can jump project to project just with one click. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I love DaVinci Resolve too. A lot of these programs are not built like that. We're gonna go here. We're gonna cut right there. Alright, let me see what else. So all I'm gonna do is go back and find the parts that I cut out already. That's pointless. I probably could throw that in too. Show me in the city. I'm using DaVinci Resolve. As far as the color grade, these are my presets. I got the link in my bio for that. When y'all click on it, that video y'all see playing in the background on my link tree, that's the preview of the LUTs. We're gonna cut that. Also too, when you creating these intros, you don't want to add any dull moments. You want to make sure it show a lot of intensity and emotion, because you want to convince people that this is something worth watching right away. So I want to show us like creating content. I want to throw in a few slow motion shots. This right here is cool. Appreciate the roses. We got that. That's nice. Cut this out. It's for my vlog. So this Saturday that just passed, we were linked up downtown Atlanta and just was creating content. I ain't gonna add that in. We're talking. I wish I was a little bit more steady. Do you have cinematic projects? Oh, for sure. Hundreds of them. I be dropping content down there every day, for real. I film 100% handheld. Well, let me take that back. I say 95% handheld, 5% tripod. I don't use gimbals at all. But that's just a personal aesthetic thing. I don't really care for like the super stable footage all the time. That's just me though. This shot right here is too blue. It doesn't match. So y'all see how this goes like really warm, and then as soon as you go this, it looks like really cool. All you gotta do is push the temperature up to fix that. With my LUTs, is just as simple as that. Now I just got that summertime feel to it. Now you do have to be careful with this as well, because pushing it too warm, it won't even make sense with what I'm wearing. It might be like, damn, why the hell he wearing this and it's hot as hell outside? But y'all see how that tricks your brain to feel like this looks cold, this looks warm. You got to start to perceive colors that way, that they actually create mood instead of just, you know, add vibrance. That's what I pay attention to. I go for that instead of, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, you added a mobile. That's what's up, man. All right, we got these shots right here. That definitely got to go in there. What is this right here? I like that. Now, something else that y'all probably don't peep in my videos, I do not spam slow motion and shit too much. I actually try to refrain from using it. If y'all, I want y'all to challenge yourself. I want y'all to do a video with no slow motion at all, and I want y'all to tell me how hard that shit is, like to really pull off and make it interesting. If y'all really peep, I don't use slow motion like that. I feel like in real life we don't see shit in slow motion, so why do we depend on that so much? But that's exactly why it works. Have a good day as well. But that's exactly why it works, because we don't see things slow down, so it easily fascinates people. But when I start to see it as it's like it's a way to manipulate people into thinking shit is more cinematic, I stopped doing it. Now I literally go against slow motion at all, to the point where it even affects music videos sometimes. But nah, for sure, man. And like I said, if y'all want to really tap in and learn a lot more, I do offer one-on-one coaching, because all this shit I'm saying right now is just generally speaking, but it's way more beneficial to talk directly to you about your process and what you could change to make shit better. That's the reason for booking the one-on-one coaching. But I kind of get on here and generally speak to y'all for free, but I do be charging for a lot of this shit I'm telling y'all. And it's not because I know it all. I just know it works and I know it don't. I've been doing this shit 9 years, and I have not took a day off since. So I literally am a camera at this point. I don't know. I feel like I'm a computer at this point. I know how to just see what's missing really quick. Like if you think I'm bullshitting, I can really pull it up. I can pull up one of y'all projects right now and tell y'all like what y'all doing right or wrong as far as what's missing pretty much. Because technically there's no right or wrong to what you're doing. All right, I'll pull up. I'll do two people right now, and if the color is not a certain way, I'm gonna even correct this shit in front of y'all just to show y'all. So yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna pick two people. I'm gonna give y'all a chance to do this. This is something I usually charge for. Like I said, critiquing and all of this shit, because a simple critique can really take your work to the next level, and I know that for a fact because that's how I am. Sometimes you just need to know what you need to fix. That's it. Some people are actually good already. So that's why I can't just be doing that shit for the hell of it. Like I purposely know my critique really changes people's shit completely after that. So um Taya, hopefully I'm saying that right. And I'm gonna be very honest. So if you one of those people that's very sensitive to like your work, I would definitely not recommend sending it in because I can't lie to you. I'm gonna be honest. I can't say the shit good if I know it's not. Like, and I'm talking about aesthetically. Like, you feel me? What you're doing is technically always right. Is it gonna be right to me? No, for the most part. It might not be, or it might do. I don't know. But yeah, that means. And where's y'all stuff at? If it's on YouTube, I can look it up. And TikTok. If it's on Instagram, then y'all automatically disqualified. You know what I'm saying? That reminds me of that one video with the white guy. He said, if you're watching this with a shirt on right now, you're disqualified. That shit right there is genius. He really make you stick around to hear what he got to say. He's really just blabbering about shit. That's a smart marketing tip. But on TikTok, all right. And like I said, I ain't, I'm not gonna violate y'all and say, you shit trash. I'm not gonna do that. I don't think nobody's work is trash, but there is a such thing as good and bad, unfortunately. So we go to TikTok. Alright, man. Alright. Let's get all this messy shit off my chat, bro. It's crazy. I don't even follow anybody, and this is what it pulls up. So, alright, let me go. I just typed it in like it's gonna literally pull. What is? Hold on. What I type in on TikTok? You wanna know what camera? I'm gonna put it right here so y'all don't even gotta ask no more. And now you feel me? All right. So this right here, right? And I ain't gonna lie, I really would prefer people that's shooting with like an actual camera too, cause it's hard to judge iPhone footage and stuff. I can tell this is iPhone right away. I don't even gotta like guess. So it's a little bit challenging because if you're using your phone, it's not really much I can really tell you. You get what I'm saying? Besides use the Blackmagic app, I could tell, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're using the regular, you know what I'm saying, iPhone app. You just went to video and start recording. I could tell because as you move, the light is adjusting. It's doing this auto thing, and that's why you never use standard apps, because it does pretty much, it's trying to do everything for you. You want to control that. So like, let me click on this. I ain't even have to click on it. I can just tell this. I mean, it's clearly iPhone. You got the ring light here. And I guess I gotta ask you too, like, what are you trying to go for as far as the look? Because if you're going for just basic content, or just, you just like showing yourself working, I don't think nothing wrong with this. But if we trying to get on some cinematic stuff, then this has a lot of work. So that's why it really matters what you are trying to do too. But I don't know if that's gonna work with you working on, real clients. If the lighting is a certain way, it might throw off what you're doing too. So yeah, I don't know. I can't really judge this. I'm gonna be real. Now, if y'all shoot with an actual camera, send me y'all work. You want a better look. I mean, the quality is there. I feel like I ain't gonna say the quality is there. For our iPhone, this is expected. Using a ring light, I think for what you're doing, this works. You know what I'm saying? 6 died. Let me go to this shit real quick. Hold on. And I'm gonna mute this because, like I said, most of these shit y'all be sending me be having copyright stuff going on. But yeah, use your DJI. But I don't know. I feel like for that content, let me go right back just so I can give you some type of critique. I'm gonna go to another video, and then also you use like just the setting that you're in. It's not really much added. You could add like some light like, you know, I be doing like the window blinds effect. But see, that's, I don't know if that's all that's necessary for what you're doing though. You're providing a service. I think it'll distract people too much from what you're trying to promote. That's why you gotta be careful with that. But definitely could use the DJI for sure. And you want to practice using manual settings. As far as the lighting, yeah, I can't really judge that. I'm not gonna lie. All right, let me see. We're gonna go to YouTube, and he said type in. I'm gonna probably do two more. Like, I'm gonna pick two more people because, like I said, I want to see who's actually filming with, you know, cameras, because it's harder. Because you know, y'all could use auto, but you are challenged to know lighting and shit a lot more with that. With an iPhone, this shit try to do everything for you, so that's kind of like cheating the system. All right, so which one? Oxygen, like which one is this? Is this right here? No, I don't see it. Oxygen. Shit, that's what I typed in. Let's see. Okay. Oh. Alright. And y'all give an honest critique on this too. There's a few things right away to me. I gotta turn this off. Not necessarily because the song bad. I just don't know if it's copyrighted and shit. I'm on YouTube as well. If I was on TikTok, I wouldn't care, but let me turn it. Fuck it. I'm just have to play it. Like, ain't nobody save him. Send his ass to his maker. Turn your back on me, nigga. I'm the one who damn near raised you. In that room on that baby, you tellin'. You ain't solid like you said. I put my trust in you. How the hell you switch your fed? I think it got a lot of potential for sure. There's nothing wrong with it in the music video space, to be honest, but we talking cinematography, this does need work. Let me go back. So first thing first, I think the title is okay. I don't feel like this really screams. This does not match the aesthetic to me. The title, this text don't match what he's talking about. And if y'all think I'm bullshitting, I can show y'all right now what I mean by that. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. I think something like I think you should have went with something. I would have did a red color too. I would have did a different color. White just gives off, I don't know, it doesn't match the aesthetic. You could have went yellow, something that contrasts and separate from the background. White text don't always work. I want y'all to realize that. This can't show love. You could have went can't show with like a bold text, and then the love could have been something separate. I know this is me getting very tedious, but that's how I work. You know, as far as the color grade, it's not really that color grade. It's very like desaturated. It's very like it feels almost monotone. Like looking at this, right? Do y'all feel like it's a lot of color? It's almost very close to black and white. You know what I'm saying? And when I say that, it depends on the aesthetic, but I would have went with something more like cooler because the type of aesthetic for the song. And I'm gonna literally screenshot this shit and I'm gonna tweak on top of it. I'm gonna color grade on top of it and show y'all like what I would did. So when I do these critique sessions, this is how this shit be going. I really, you know, I show y'all exactly like how I would have did it. So I'm gonna drag over here. We got this screenshot. Where is that? So yeah, when y'all book the one-on-one session, this is how this shit go. A real deal show you what you could do different. I don't just talk about this shit. I think talking don't get nothing done, if you ask me. So I'm zooming this in, right? So now I'm finna color grade his project on top of what he already did. I'm just show y'all like what I would have did. Now it's gonna be challenging because the color's already there, and that's another reason why I haven't footage that. Let me turn this fucking music off. It's irritating me. All right, my bad, y'all. That I'm just talking. It's like that shit was distracting me. But anyway, say if I was to use my LUTs. Now, even if you have a situation where the LUTs is, you know, you cannot. How can I put it? So you want to treat footage like when you cooking, right? You want the meat to be unseasoned, right? So you can add as much flavor as you want to it. it's the same thing with videos. If you already had a color baked into it, it's gonna be damn near impossible to use LUTs. If you think I'm bullshit, I'm finna add my LUT on top of it. Y'all see how overly crazy this shit look? But the way this can still work is you just have to put it on very subtle. But what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to reverse what he did. This is gonna take some work. I used to do this a long time ago before I understood what I was doing. But I'm gonna try to like remove what he did and just add the LUT on top of it. So let's remove the blacks. I'm gonna try to make this like a log. Um, it's gonna be damn near impossible because he already had it kind of underexposed too. But when you turn the LUT back on, it's like, hold on, it's not gonna really do it because it's way too contrast. Even when I do that, you still can see the color in it. So it's not gonna really work with this one. But what I would do is I literally would lift the shadows up. That's what I would have did. I would have pulled my highlights down. The contrast it's too much contrast. It looks very like it made the shadows super dark to where there's no detail. And then I would pull the exposure down. So even with this, let me see, he needed more saturation. So as y'all can see, the color is starting to come back in, and we're gonna push the temperature towards not yellow, but we're gonna push it towards the cooler side, and then I'll push towards that green. So I'm gonna turn off this little simple color correction I just added, and y'all see I just got more of a feel to it. You know what I'm saying? And this is not bad what he did, but you just want to give him more of a movie aesthetic. You feel what I'm saying? It just looks more like movie instead of video. And this is not really a great reference. I wish he had like a daytime scene. I would really show y'all what it looked like. But yeah, that's what I would do. I always say look at YouTube. God, let me see who else. Look at Frog Eyes. Hold on. Oh, just sending. Nah, I can't even type all that in. You got to just tell me the name of the YouTube. All right, we're gonna look up. Hey, God will. What the hell? What just happened? I don't know what that just did, but whatever. All right. God will deliver all trailer. All right, let's see what we got going on. This right here.
Bills, Lord, you know you keep this alarm going.
Also, too, when y'all submit y'all work, let me know how long y'all been doing this so I can know how to really critique it as well. Because I'm going to critique way different for a person that said they've been doing it 10 years versus somebody who's been doing it 10 days. You know what I'm saying? So I have to be very mindful of that because I kind of just see it one way. You know what I'm saying? But I have to understand I can be a little harsh depending on somebody who just started out, and I don't want to do that because I know how that be. It's a few things right away. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it out the back. The color grade. The reason why this doesn't work, I can tell you use like the light is really harsh, and then the color grade is definitely needs work. The title, I'm very tedious about this. I don't really like the title in the weird space. What you could have did was sometimes it's best to just put this on a black screen starting out. But I feel like this right here is kind of off-putting. Just the where you chose to put it. I would have probably shrunk this down or just left it in the center of the screen, or I would have put it to this empty area over here. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like to do with text. I never like it covering the subject too much. As far as color grade, it looks very like tinted. So let me see, I'm paying attention. This is also kind of underexposed in a sense. I think it might be when you put it in the computer, you try to turn the brightness down so much that you crushed a lot of the information in the shadows. Let me see. As far as the color, I would have went with something more natural too. This just give a yellow tint.
Hey, my girl. I'm
I'm coming in town for the holidays to help
This shot is okay. This right here looks decent. This ain't bad at all.
with some business. And I need this hand touched up. Like, please, touch me up.
Yeah. I got a slot open. I think December 20th. It's early.
Also, too, and correct me if I'm wrong, you had a light on both sides. Yes or no? Did you have a light over here and on this side of your face? Because it looks very evenly lit. You never do that with cinematic stuff. Exactly. Y'all see what I'm saying, bro? Y'all see how I could just look at this shit and tell that this how I know what I'm talking about. Because I wasn't there. I clearly don't even. This is my first time seeing her content or anything. But how am I able to know that by looking at this? But yeah, you never want a light with two different. Not say never. Depending on what you do. If you're going for beauty shots, yes. But still, if you're trying to create like some type of emotion or you giving off a suspense or dramatic feel, you never want to shoot with the light directly the same direction as the camera. You want to have a light on one side. So what I would have did was I would have had the light just coming from this way, and I would have shot from the shadow side. So there's no way for me to color grade and demonstrate that. I could try to like color grade this and fix it. We could try that. I'm gonna drag this over, and let's see how I would do this. Now this right here, it literally just looks yellow. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be pretty hard because it's no separation to it, and anything I add is gonna, I don't know. So I'm gonna try to bring the colors back to something natural that I see. We're gonna turn up the contrast. We're gonna pull down. Not gonna pull down the exposure. It's already pulled down. It's gonna be really difficult, but let's pull the blacks. No. And then we're going to, yeah, it's no depth to it. It's just very flat. I took the warmness down, but it still looks very warm to y'all for some reason. But I would turn the contrast up, maybe highlights. Now let me turn this on and off so y'all can see. It's just, yeah, it's not matching what I'm seeing on TikTok. This shit look hella yellow. It's not that bad. Like, she ain't do that bad. Like, but yeah, it's because the lighting. Like, I promise you, it's the lighting that's making this shit hard to color grade, because you gotta think about it. You're fighting against all that lighting, and then on top of that is no shadows. So how can you add shadows when there naturally isn't any? You get what I'm saying? So now, if you want to get on some, masking and you want to try to break this scene down, you can do all of that, but that's doing too much work. But anyway, let me go back to it real quick. I'm gonna do one more after this and get back to what I'm working on. I'm gonna skip through. See, and this is the thing too. It seems. Are you shooting with auto? Nah, you can't be shooting with auto white balance.
Once it's over with. All right. Okay.
The audio is okay.
Hurry up, girl. I gotta get ready for the show.
Hold on, this is my girl. Hold on.
Place and mind your business.
I'm trying to go home.
Listen, don't you start that this holiday season now. Come on, we gotta get ready for this Christmas service.
Whatever.
Girl, we grown.
I was gonna say something about the kid, but the thing too. Oh, it's no auto. Yeah, I could tell it's on. The white balance got switched to cool right here, which it should have stayed warm. But something else too, when y'all be filming, make sure y'all tell y'all actors and whatever, or actresses, never to look in the camera when you're doing a cut scene. It automatically takes the seriousness out of it. But it's a kid. They're gonna do that. They probably didn't want to be recorded anyway.
But I ain't never dollar short. You dig?
Only thing about this though, like as I'm skipping through,
Always late.
and let me not judge yet.
Yes.
Because
Now come on.
Gosh, man, you so
Be late. How do we show up like the Holy Ghost? Right on time.
for this to be a trailer, the main thing for me, and this is getting on the production side, it has no real sound design to it. I would click out of this right away, me personally. First things first, me, once I see titles, I could tell where a person is at in their career. Like, or not even necessarily in their career. I could tell how detailed you are just by stuff like this. Like, me personally, I would tap out just off the way the title is alone. You feel me? And a trailer should be 45 seconds at the max. 1 minute to 45 seconds. 3 minutes is really an episode. nowadays. You gotta think about it. If you watch a 3-minute video on TikTok, do you feel like if it does it come off as almost, does it feel like 30 minutes or does it feel like 30 seconds? You know, sound design is very important. You know, so let's. I'm not trying to spend too much time on this because, like I said, if y'all really want to learn this stuff, y'all have to tap in with me on some one-on-one coaching. But this is what I basically break down. I literally go back and show you how you could have did it better. You know what I'm saying? And that way you take notes from it. But I'm also, it's hard to grasp what is the concept of this. Like as I'm skimming through, I don't know what it's about.
Dealing with the music tonight, man.
Ready to go.
It's a lot of random people.
Got you, girl. Oh, please just put me on the
I know you're doing hair, but it's a God will deliver.
Everything in place?
So it's like,
Trust me, J-Lo, we got this. God got this.
yeah, okay.
Hey, y'all got my stuff right? Sounds perfect. Let's hit the stage.
Okay, so. Oh, see, I didn't even know this was for. Yeah, that's not. You gotta think about people are not gonna even give this 10 seconds at the most. So they will never get down to know that this is what this is about. So you gotta. And correct me if I'm wrong. Like, is this okay? This is tickets for. What is this? Because I'm still lost as I'm looking at the flyer. What is this about? Yeah, I would definitely recommend tapping in because yeah, I could get this all the way together to help y'all promote this way better. We'll literally cut this down to 45 seconds though, and a lot of these scenes are it's I ain't gonna lie, it comes off kind of
With this,
you could tell it's just like y'all just record a lot of stuff, and I guess y'all tried to show every person that's on the flyer. It's a much better way of doing that too. But just it's a stage play. Okay, so first of all, if you're gonna promote a stage play, you have to really show these people on stage, whether it's like stuff they did in the past. You gotta give people the experience a little bit for them to buy into it. I know this because I do events myself. Like I just started doing them 4 months ago. But you gotta literally throw in the midst of a recap, in a sense, so that people have an idea what they're gonna pay for. Because right now, if this is what they'll pay for, they feel like they're going to a movie premiere or it's like a short film. That's what this feels like. And you could literally mislead them because I was misled. I didn't know what this was about until I got here, and I still didn't know. So you see what I'm saying? Like I watched 3 minutes to still be lost, and you don't want people to do that. So if you are not good at storytelling, what you do is you let your voice do all the storytelling. You do narration. You talk, and y'all talk what God will deliver all means, or you know, on December 20th, you know. Come as witness, whatever. You get what I'm saying? Like you want to get into that voice narration thing because without it, you really don't know what to expect. But I'm gonna go to somebody else's. I definitely recommend tapping in for the one-on-one coaching, and we could get this all the way together. This is not bad right here. I actually think this cover is not bad, and I do graphics as well. So even this alone. This is a psychological thing, but you don't want to make people feel like you are screaming, like buy tickets to it. You know, I would like shrink this down. I would have probably put it in this corner, or you can keep it there, but I would shrink this down a lot more. It's actually pretty distracting to look at. And it's almost like on her head. So you just want to shrink that down. And you want to put a scan here type thing. But yeah, but I'm gonna leave it at that for right now. We're gonna do this J. Let's see, hold on. Yeah, but if it's a stage play, I definitely will add in more stuff. Alright, I'm gonna do this last one and get back to it. I'm gonna do Jay Huncho. I've seen him comment this a few times. And then, like I said, for anybody else, if y'all wanna do a critique session, y'all want me to really sit with y'all, I got the link in my bio for it. And then y'all could tap in. Alright, let's see what we got. Right away, that title doing way too much. I'm not gonna lie, I ain't gonna even take the time to try to squint to read that. And I got 20/20 vision. I literally don't. I think it's pretty unique, but yeah, I'm gonna tell you a much better way of doing this. See, I ain't even have to waste time with this. But this is something that would have made me click out of it because it screams too try hard. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to give off that. But hold on. Let me show you what I would have did. Just so you could take note of this for the next time. I would have dragged. I'd rather do this right here. It's like, damn, this shit ain't even play 3 seconds. But I've been doing this shit too long, bro. I can't even like. I gotta be honest. Let me see. Damn, where is that? Instead of doing that, you should do this next time. And the song is called. All right, I'll do yours next. Hold on. We're gonna zoom this in, right? Also, you want to pick a more simple, bold, clean text anyway. Not saying that this is wrong. This might be your aesthetic, but what I would do is I would shrink this down. Let me blow this up some more. And all right, cool. So we got the title right here, right? Exactly, just talking. So the song is called "You Don't Know What," huh? You don't know what it's. Yeah. Hold on. Let me go back. You don't know what it's like. Okay, you don't know what it's like. See, I had to really study to even figure out what that was. That right there, yeah, you definitely don't want to do that. It's too misleading. So, a lot of y'all would just go with the basic text like this and feel like this shit cool, right? But what I would do is let me go to my humane. Let me go to this one that I like. And I want to make sure, I like to do all caps on mine, right? So something like this, you could, space it out. And it's going to look still pretty weird because of the title. But if you're going to do abbreviations, you want to put what it says, what it means up under it. You get what I'm saying? You see how that just much more clean? And you want to make sure it's even. Yeah, you want to make sure that it's even. So that's not perfect, and you also made the title way too big. But don't do that no more, bro. Like this title right here is too stretched out. It's too it takes up too much of the screen and it's hard to read it. So you want stuff to be easy to read. Cause some people get frustrated with that, like I did, and they'll click out. And now they missed the whole video because something so simple. So when I started to understand the importance of that, I stopped skipping it. Cause a lot of the time people man, it's just a title. People don't give a fuck. Yes, they do. They definitely do. Everybody's brain is wired differently. So just because you don't care about it doesn't mean somebody else don't. And when you start to think like that, you naturally pick the right shit every time. I'm trying to find a good title. Let me go. Trying to find a good text that makes sense for it. On something bold. I should have just redid the whole shit, but yeah. Let's see, that's too thin. But yeah, anyway, you get where I'm going with it. That's pretty much it. Now let me get back into watching it because I'm critiquing that really hard. All right. You can't hear me? Y'all can't hear me?